All right, welcome everybody to this Battlefield 6 review. I have no idea what this channel's called yet because I didn't make up the name. So anyways, let's get started. We're going to jump in just like you're booting up the game. The goal of this is to have an objective view of any game. We're going to do some more games other than Battlefield, but I felt Battlefield was the perfect one to do the first video on. Just get a little practice, make sure the audio is good and all that. So that being said, let's jump right into it. First things first, the main menu is terrible. Whoever designed this, whoever approved this, why? It's awful. You have 1, 2, 3 separate menus on one single menu. Then another one pops up. If I scroll down, there's like these Netflix tiles. Just stop doing this. It's awful. Just keep it simple. This is not intuitive whatsoever. Just don't do this anymore, please. I don't know why we think this is cool. It's just bad. Moving on. The campaign is also awful. It is very Call of Duty-like. It is, what I wrote in my notes was uninteresting and unrealistic. So, look, I didn't finish it. Maybe the story gets better, but the gameplay is bad. You just, like, when you're shooting someone in the head, they don't die. Grenades don't kill them. There's clearly a lot of effort made to make this, so it kind of sucks to say that, but it's just terrible. And I really feel like first-person shooters could really benefit from a solid campaign. It ties everything together. It makes people invested in the characters, in the guns, in the gadgets. It's a good way to learn. And it's cool. You can tell a cool story. That is not the case with this one. It's there, and that's pretty much all I can say about it. It's really not good. Just if you do play it, you'll see what I mean. Things happen. You're just like, that's not possible, or sound not work, or gravity not work, or what's going on here. So the story is pretty bad too. Just like really trying to not make certain countries angry, which I get it, but you could have done better. There's a lot more to do with it. RedSec, we're not going to play RedSec. It's okay. It probably released a bit early. I am going to put us in a match just so we can get this show on the road. Siege of Cairo. They probably released RedSec, which is the Battle Royale, if you're not aware, a little bit early. It's okay. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. Any balancing issues that are in the base game get magnified in that game because the time to kill is so low. The vehicles, the tanks are super overpowered, just really overpowered. The airstrikes are kind of overpowered. It just needs a lot of work. The buildings should be like, you should be able to destroy them entirely instead of just partially. And it has a lot of potential. It's not awful. I think battle royales as a whole need to be reevaluated a bit. I think you could do a lot more with them than what most people are putting out. The other mode in RedSec is called Gauntlet. It's actually pretty good. The time to kill is a little bit lower than the BR. You have 1 plate instead of 2, and it's squad based, and you respawn. And it honestly is pretty good. You could expand on it, and it would be really good. So that's nice to see that something else they put in here that is kind of new worked. I don't know how many people are playing it, but all right, so we're getting into this match on Siege of Cairo. The main draw to this game, the biggest reason people are going to buy and play it most likely, is the conquest, the multiplayer, large-scale battles with vehicles and stuff like that. So it's good. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty solid. It feels pretty good. The biggest issue is the maps. There are not very many good maps. There's a lot of very small maps that just don't work very well. The Brooklyn, the New York based maps are awful. It's just fighting over rooftops the whole time. Then, like, Siege of Cairo is a very good example of a small map that works well. But to be honest, I don't know exactly how many maps we have at this point, but about half of them are fun to play and half of them are not. And it's not very many. It's like 4 or 5, maybe. And there's no skill-based matchmaking, which is fine. But hey, DICE, maybe I would suggest just maybe a little bit. sometimes, especially with the maps being bad, your team just gets absolutely slammed. I did try to record this earlier, but it's kind of hard to play and talk, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so the maps really the biggest issue with the multiplayer game, multiplayer experience in general. They need more and better, both bigger and just better maps. I think pretty much everyone agrees on that. Other than that, the gunplay feels pretty good. The classes feel pretty good. There's a lot of different gadgets for each class. I feel like they could have expanded there with more than just 4 classes. I think they kind of got stuck in the mindset of, you know, the Battlefield experience and how it used to be and stuff like that. And that's fine, but honestly, this game could learn a lot from Hell Let Loose. So the gunplay is pretty good. There are some balancing issues that they've created for themselves by using a mechanic called Bloom. Some people call it, wow, I whiffed that. Some people call it deviation, which is a thing in real life, but it's not nearly to the extent that it is in this game. Here, I'll just respawn and show you here. So watch my bullets here. See how every couple of bullets around goes like way down and away, and not like a little bit, like 4 or 5 feet down and away? That's their version of Bloom, and it makes absolutely no sense. It's completely unrealistic. That's not how bullets work. That's not what guns do. I know this isn't a realistic game, but you can base it in reality still, and it'll be fine. And so basically the problem is that people are using guns because they shoot straight and not because they got good with the gun or anything like that. And it just creates a balancing issue. Just all you need to do is increase the recoil of the guns so that it actually takes skill to use them, instead of just catering to people who don't want to put the work in to get good with the gun. You are an engineer. We're gonna destroy this tank. Other than that, I mean, the time to kill is fairly low, so it feels okay, because, you know, it's just, you're still killing enemies because it's not a direct one-to-one gunfight. I knew that was gonna happen. So it still feels fine, but it just creates a balancing issue where certain guns are overperforming because the bullets hit where they're supposed to hit. The classes feel pretty good. Like I said earlier, I think they could really expand on it, like Hell Let Loose. You see all these gadgets you have. You could have like 2 or 3 more classes probably, and everything would be fine. My goodness, what's that guy doing? Got shot and kept running. Let me just throw a grenade here and see what happens. Yep, there's people down there. Other than that, for the classes, it's fine. They actually work really well. Engineer and support are probably the strongest ones. Just engineer is very straightforward ability, and so is support. The assault class is pretty awesome with the spawn beacons. I think they did very well with what classes can do what. You can use any weapon on any class in this game. I know that was, you know, a discussion. Every game, anytime you have these franchise games, they bring things back and take things away. And sometimes, like, Call of Duty will claim that it's a new feature, and it's just not. But Battlefield has a similar issue, except for it's not quite as bad. So, like, for example, Sniper Flinch is not in this game, and in Battlefield 4 you could only use certain weapons on certain classes. It's up to you. It's kind of personal preference if you like that or not. I think certain classes should only be able to use certain guns. I think it just makes it more dynamic, and it makes you change classes to try and solve an issue you're having. But the experience is really fun. The best way to play this game is to literally just play the objectives with your squad. It's so much fun with friends. Oh, we have a tank. We need engineers to take care of the tank. Oh, we have to push this objective. Let's get some support with some smokes and some more ammo and push it. It's so much fun to like hardcore play the objective. It's fun to run a tank crew. The vehicles to me feel balanced. There's a lot of people that say the aerial vehicles feel pretty bad. I'm not really a pilot, but they feel fine to me. Like they're fine line between OP and not. It's just kind of the nature of it. Part of the issue with the aerial vehicles possibly being OP is the giant dots above your head in the mini maps, specifically the dots above your head. That it's so obvious. I cannot tell you how many kills I've gotten because there's just a giant dot above your head and I can see you from a mile away. People complain about the visibility of this game, but like I think it's fine. I think it's kind of realistic without the dot, and Hell Let Loose does it fine. So why can't Battlefield, a giant AAA DICE, you know, huge amounts of money behind it, do that as well? It's just a bit strong. Like maybe Recon could see it and everyone else, you just leave the mini map's fine. Mini map's not OP, and you kind of need the dots for the aerial vehicles. You won't be able to see anyone, but like I said, you're in a plane or a helicopter, you have better guns, so it is balanced. Trying to like read my notes here at the same time. I haven't quite figured this out yet, in case anyone didn't know. The weapons are pretty balanced, I was saying earlier, but some are a little stronger than others. Snipers, for example, with the no flinch. If you get good with a headshot, you are pretty much unbeatable. You can absolutely destroy people from any distance. You just shoot them in the head. The server browser is in the game. It's okay, I guess. There's been a lot of issues and controversy around it. There is no hardcore mode. There's no official modes. The game modes other than Conquest, Escalation, and Breakthrough are garbage. They're terrible. The maps were not designed for it, and it shows. I wish that wasn't the case, especially we have like super small maps that were designed for Conquest, and they play terrible. And you could have just made them, geared them towards smaller, you know, TDM and stuff like that. But we did not decide to do that. But DICE clearly put a lot of effort into this game, and I think it shows. It's a fun experience. I came back to this game after not playing for a while, and it's still fun. Like, especially if you have friends, especially if you're pushing objectives, it can be intense. I don't know where this guy shot from. If you play your job, it can get intense. You can make your tank live a bit longer before it drives away. Oh, tank. So it's honestly a good time. It's not terrible. It's a little expensive in my opinion. For what it is, I've just been paying $60 for these games for a long time. I really wish the campaign was better. It ties everything together, but you know, we didn't get a campaign in 2042. But I guess that was the least of our worries with 2042. As far as cosmetics go, they're pretty mediocre. They're not very good. They're just not like tactical or cool either, so they're just really bad. But like no one's gonna spend their money on it, for example. Another one. I'm out. That was the wrong play. The movement is okay. It's a little Call of Duty for me. You can slide over things that you should not be able to slide over. Jump and aim, that makes no sense. You cannot do that. But it's not like Call of Duty where it is a actual requirement of the game to play. So it's okay. I wish they would just learn from other games like Hell Let Loose, Rainbow Six Siege with their mechanics. You could the potential of this game is infinite. I mean, this game could really have been a 9.5 out of 10 if they thought about it a little bit more and stopped trying to cater to a certain audience and just tried to make a good game. But DICE did a really good job overall. I'm not gonna like get on them for that. They in general, development studios have issues. AAA development studios have issues with the timelines because, like, basically EA said the due date is Christmas season 2025 for Battlefield 6, which is fine. You know, you have a timeline, you gotta make money, but if you just like, if DICE had an extra year to work on this, I can't imagine how good it would be. We get a whole bunch more maps. The Battle Royale is actually in a complete, finished, balanced state. It could have been absolutely amazing, but we still did get a decent game. It's just not nearly as good as it could have been. So, with that being said, the score we're going to give Battlefield 6 is going to be a 7.9. It is not bad. It's not great. It's pretty good. It is a good time. A lot of people aren't going to be spending tons and tons of time here. You know, you'll come back and play with your friends, and that's really where the bread and butter of this game is. It's not super competitive, which is fine. I don't think every game should be competitive. But like I said, there's nothing keeping us here other than just it's a good time to play. So with that in mind, DICE, EA, whoever bought EA, whatever, more maps, better maps. Focus on that, and this game could go up to 8.2, 8.3, which is pretty respectable for a AAA first-person shooter, since that genre is just kind of overdone and doesn't have the best reputation right now, I guess you could say. So I really would love to get into the industry somehow and like be a game director, assistant game director or something. And I could seriously just make, I shouldn't say this because I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like just with what I like, if I just made Battlefield, tweaked the mechanics just slightly, I could make one of the best Battlefield games that ever was made, ever. Just by slightly tweaking this game, for example, and having more maps. But either way, it's still fun. I still recommend it if you like Battlefield, if you like something you don't have to think about too much, or I mean, you could think about it a lot. You could be very serious with how you approach objectives. So it is a good game. It is not the best game that was ever released. I don't even think it's the best Battlefield that was ever released, but it's still fun. It's still fun. So that's pretty much all I had for today for the review. Kind of trying to do like a Jack Frags type videos where our gameplay and commentary, maybe do some updates. Some other videos I'm going to be doing series will be tips and tricks, so I'll go a little bit more in depth with mechanics and pretty much just how to have fun for Battlefield and for these other games that I'm going to do reviews on. And then also we'll do a suggestion box, which will be, once again, a little bit more in depth of what I recommend for the developers and for the companies that are creating this stuff. And hopefully, if we can get some comments and stuff, people will start participating. We can build a little community out of it or something like that. I don't know what this channel is going to be like. I'm just kind of doing it for fun. I already play games for fun, so it'll be just me recording me having fun playing games, basically. But if you do happen upon this video, think about shotgun. Think about liking and subscribing if you liked it. Subscribe if you think you are interested in suggestion boxes and tips and tricks gameplay. I don't know what next game I'm gonna review, but we got a nice library of reviews like Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate, Rainbow Six, the Jedi games. We have all kinds of awesome stuff that we're gonna review in the next couple months. I don't know what the cadence is gonna be, so once again, subscribe just so you don't miss it, just in case. And with that, it looks like we might win this game. So on that note, I'm going to focus on winning this game. And like I said, if you did happen to watch this video, I really, really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one.